Hi everybody, it's at Skating PJ here with Shae Lynn Bourne.
Hello.
Shae Lynn, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. I want to talk to you about Yuzuru Hanyu and his free program this year, which you have put together.
Yes.
I want to know the inspiration for his free program.
Oh goodness. Well, Yuzu chose this music because of one of his idols, Plushenko. He's tributing two programs to his idols, Johnny Weir and Plushenko. But the program itself will be his own interpretation of the music. And what I guess inspired me when I heard it was more the Japanese mythology of Kojiki and sort of the creation of Japan. That's where the movement sort of came from when we started working together. That's what inspired me, because I think that Yuzu is sort of just a special being, you know, who isn't just earthly. He's something beyond, not from another planet, but he possesses something other and wonderful. So I wanted to sort of highlight that and his strength of creating, because I think he's a leader, definitely a leader in this sport, and inspires people.
So what you told me when you and I were talking just moments ago was the fact that the tribute comes in the choice of music, which
Yes.
Plushenko also skated to, versus the movement.
Yes, the movement is, he has to move how he moves, but watching those two men growing up inspired him to do what he does. And so that's really where the tribute comes in, by choosing these pieces of music in memory of these two guys that really affected his life. And now it's what he does with it and how he moves to it. And because they each have a different voice, they have something to say of their own. And I really love what was developed with Yuzu, what we created, because it's something new for him. You'll really see his quality through his skating, I think, in the program, and many levels, faster footwork, faster feet, and his maturity. He has a lot to express. He has a lot of experiences now, two-time Olympic champion. He has a lot to say, and he has new elements that he's doing in this program, and it's a big part of why he's staying. He wants to be the first to do the quad axel, and
Which I saw in practice, by the way. Pretty remarkable.
Yeah, that
Not quite
axle
there, but
just
it's close.
crosses the ice up and away.
Yeah.
So I was really happy to work with him. I'm always happy to work with Yuzu. It was a special week of developing that program, and I can't wait to see how people will respond and how it works for him.
So tell me, I mean, you were the creator of Seimei, the free program with which he won the Olympic Games in Pyeongchang. You were in Toronto watching that, or where were you?
I was at home watching it, and as he stepped on the ice, even in his warm-ups, he's the type of person, or anyone you work with, you can feel their vibe, and he was confident. It looked like he wasn't rushed. He was taking his time, and you could just see in the eyes that he was going to be at his best. He had already made the decision, and in a good space. So I didn't feel nervous watching him. I just kind of felt, I knew he was going to do it, and when he did, it's just like, wow,
Bowing
another
down.
impressive showing of Yuzu, and yeah.
So tell me, so you've obviously got like a huge role for him to fill. Where do you start? When you start to construct a free program for this season, as we said, the tribute to Yevgeny Plushenko, where did you start?
The main thing with Yuzu is knowing first where the elements are going to be, because he has a big lineup of jumps to do.
And 30 seconds less
and
this year.
30 seconds less, so it's really, understanding where those elements are going to be. And Yuzu is really on top of that for himself. What he knows what he needs for his jumps, and for me it's what's the story, what's the emotion, and where are the changes and where are the highlights, and so it really just developed. We did it from start to finish in order, and just I was, as his choreographer, wanted to show his quality and show what he's capable of, and right from his opening position. I wanted it to be different and original and unique, and as he is. So really, I took my time with each piece to see a change and to see something new for his audience in him, and on an emotional level, but also on a skilled level. And yeah, I wanted it to be, and also a different version of this music, make people feel something new from it. So it's a very exciting piece of music, and it's, if you can put it all together, that's the dream, right? To get it all together, to be able to be present, and to when you're present, you can do everything. So as if he can get all that together, and he has now all these competitions, and I know that it's only going to develop. It'll only get better and better as he goes along.
You talked to me about the music being epic.
Yes.
I want to know where you made the connection. You initially thought that the music sounded like it resonated with mythology with you.
Yeah, the gods.
Yeah.
You know, like really the gods. And it was my husband that said, well, how about Japanese mythology? Look into that, and Kojiki. And I thought, when I started reading it, it just felt very fitting.
Tell me how.
The creation of Japan. And who better to do that and show that than Yuzuru Hanyu, because he's a leader and he's a creator and wants to do the impossible. And so that's really what it's about. Him kind of, the movement came from this for me. That's the vision I had, is him from the ground up developing this world of his. And he has this joy in what he does. There's a mischievous quality to him. A fun. We always have fun when we're on the ice. So when the music picks up, he has fun creating. And wow, I did this. I'm going to do that. And there's that's who he is. So I wanted to tie that into the story, and then how this god becomes sort of earthbound, and all that comes with being earthly and being human. And the feelings, the touch, the pain, all that. So it's really filled in with the idea of Greek mythology, and it was really a fun experience to learn about it and to kind of bring that to life on the ice.
So your experience as a choreographer thinking about this Japanese mythology, is that his story too, or do you leave your skater to create their own?
Definitely, I leave it to the skater to create on their own, because ultimately when they get on the ice, it has to come from them, their own spirit, their own voice, their own soul. It won't be real if it's not from them. So what he does with it will be his choice, and what he thinks about, only he knows. And he's a private person. He won't share that. I don't think he would share all the details, but he'll show it. And that's what's important to me, that they take it from a real place, because if it's not real, then you won't feel anything as an audience. You can't pretend. It has to be honest, like any actor.
Tell me a couple of qualities that you think contribute to Yuzuru Hanyu being a champion.
I think with Yuzu, he really believes in himself. He really has that strength, and the mental strength of staying focused, sticking to what he believes in, and actually believing in it, not just saying it. He doesn't have to say it, he just inside knows. Mm-hmm. And trusts himself, and works towards those goals. I feel like he doesn't let fear get in the way, which we all often do. You know, sometimes fear stops our choices, even taking new risk or taking a leap to something new. We can get in the way of ourselves, and I think he's a person that doesn't do that. I think he just goes for it. And maybe some people say, why another Olympics or another Worlds, or if you already have 2 Olympic medals? But he has this mission. He believes he can do this triple axel and
quad axel.
Quad axel. He believes he can do it, and he's going to go for it. So it's a good message for anyone in life, I think. This way of living, it's so important, and doing things from that place, acting on that, and yeah, like not getting sidetracked.
Mm-hmm. Last question. Is there a favorite Shae Lynn moment in this free program?
Oh, goodness. It's tough because, with a lot of programs that I make, I often try to find, like putting diamonds in a program, things that are different and stand out for that part of the music. And with Yuzu,
Is there a ruby somewhere?
There are many. There's a ruby, there's a diamond. There are different moments. There's one right before his end of his circle footwork that I love, when he just holds and he's arching back and leaning it into his knees. It just makes it just the movement. It just grabs me and hooks me and I feel his strength, and you can see his flexibility and all the space he just takes. So that's one moment. The opening pose, the ending pose. There's another moment where he reaches and then he takes. It's almost like he's touching somebody's back and feeling for the first time. It's like a child for the first time when you touch them. This is this human thing, touch, that makes you feel alive and makes you feel love. And so there are these moments that touch me, that give me those goosebumps. And so I hope that others will have their moment when they watch him that stands out to them.
Do you know what? I've already got goosebumps talking to you. Thank you so much, Shae Lynn, for taking the time. I appreciate it.
It's my pleasure, PJ, always. I love chatting with you.
I love chatting with you too, girl. Thank you.
Thank you.